Hey guys, what's up? Today I am coming back at you with another video. I'm really excited for this video because as far as I could find, I have not found anything similar to it, so yeah, it's gonna be really fun. Before we dive into the video, I just want to remind you guys to subscribe to my channel. If you like the videos that I make sure that you check out all of the links in the description box below. If you'd like to read my latest post on my blog, or if you'd like to find me on Pinterest and Instagram and all of those places. If you haven't seen my vlog channel yet, there will also be a link for that in the description box below. Stefan and I have a lot of fun on that channel, so yeah, you should go look at it. Yes, I really wanted to make a video that could be helpful to maybe some new Christian girls or maybe some girls that have been Christians for a while. I really struggled trying to figure out what to call this video. Basically, I just want to share with you guys my favorite Christian artists, my favorite Christian blogs, books. It's no secret that being a Christian can be very hard. A lot of times it's not necessarily the cool thing, I guess. So I really wanted to make this video to help those of you who may be in middle school or high school or college. I know that for me, having really inspirational Instagram accounts to follow and really cool blogs and music to listen to just really helps me stay on track and stay grounded. So yeah, let's just go ahead and dive into the video. First, I need to get out my notebook because of course I took notes. Alright, so first off, I think I'm just going to start some of my essentials as a Christian girl. Obviously, the most important thing above all for really anyone is of course a really good Bible. Just make sure that you pick out whichever one works best for you. There's all kinds of different Bibles out there. There's study Bibles, there's Bibles geared towards middle schoolers or high schoolers, even Bibles geared towards college students, one specifically for girls, for guys, for couples. I would definitely recommend just finding a really great Bible that you can read and understand well. For me, having a study style Bible helps me the most because I don't always totally understand the text and what is going on. I know it kind of makes me sound stupid, but I'm being serious. So having a study Bible that can help me work through what I just read really helps me to understand the word a lot better. The next essential goes right along with it, and that would be a cute notebook that I can copy notes down in. I will just bring the cute notebook to church service to take notes during church or to take notes whenever I'm reading the Bible at home. And of course, it doesn't hurt to make it a cute notebook. A really awesome place to find cute notebooks are the TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and Home Goods. They carry some Bibles that actually have Bible verses on them and stuff like that, so that is my favorite place to find a notebook for that kind of thing. That leads me to another important essential, which would be a devotional. Devotionals are workbook style books. They have maybe a lesson to read about, and then they'll have some questions to help you work through what you just read, and then it usually will have a prayer to pray to God after you've done all that. My favorite devotionals are the ones from shereadstruth.com. It is an amazing website, and they have so many different devotional series. Some for if you're going through being lonely, or maybe you're just beginning the Bible. They have devotionals for almost anything you can think of. So I highly recommend that website, and I use it all the time. Another really great place to go to is Pinterest. I use Pinterest actually for inspiration with my faith. On Pinterest, I have this board called Faith. Whenever I'm casually scrolling through my Pinterest feed, I like to pin different Bible verses that really stick out to me. Maybe they speak to a situation that I'm going through or how I'm currently feeling. And I also like to pin helpful articles and pictures. Yeah, basically I just use it as a way to constantly stay inspired in my faith, and it's just a nice creative way to do that. If you want to check out that board that I have, you can find the link for my Pinterest in the description box below, and yeah, you can find it there. It's called Faith. My last very essential thing is to have a comfy place to study my Bible or read a Christian book or devotional. Having a comfy place that you go to really helps to make it a routine to do that every day. It's really important to have a place that makes the experience more enjoyable, because if I'm gonna be honest here, there are days when you just don't feel like doing that. So having a nice, comfortable place to do all of that can help make the experience a lot more enjoyable, and maybe it can provide that little extra motivation that you need to pray that day and do your devotional. Those are all of my essentials that I can think of. So now I think I'm just going to move right along into some of my favorite artists. If you're interested in some of the music that I listen to, I have a playlist on Spotify called God is Good. You can find me on Spotify. My username is just Marah Frank. But yeah, I'm just going to name a couple of my favorite artists. Urban Rescue, Switchfoot, Love and the Outcome, Jesus Culture, For King and Country, and Ren Collective. I have to say that my favorite song right now is probably God's Great Dance Floor, and then the other one is by Love and the Outcome. I think it's called The God I Know or something. It's on my playlist, so you can find it and check it out. I also wanted to talk about events, and a couple of the examples that I have are from all over the country, so they might not be in your area, but I think that it'll help get you a little inspired to maybe look into Christian events in your area. I know at my church that we just recently had an event called Her Conference. It was really nice to connect with a lot of different girls, and it's just really fun. So I would really recommend for you to see if you could find a women's Christian conference in your area. So a couple of really cool ones that I found, I don't even know if I'll ever be able to go to them, but they looked really cool to me, are Passion, Women of Joy, She Speaks Conference, and Set Apart Girl Conference. Look those up, and if they are in your state, then you are lucky, and I wish I was you. Another thing I wanted to talk about are brands. There's a couple of Christian brands that I think are so cool, and I definitely think that you need to check them out. The first one is Altered State. They are a women's clothing boutique, and they just have the coolest stuff there. And I would say that their clothes are sort of a bohemian, feminine style. So of course, naturally, I think their store is really cool because that's my own personal clothing style. Another store, it's not a Christian business, but they sell a lot of cool Christian things, is TJ Maxx, and then also the Marshalls and the Home Goods. As I said earlier, they carry notebooks with Bible verses on them. I found a mug before there with a Bible verse and quote on there. And they've also sold before different paintings with Bible verses and quotes on them. You never know what they're gonna get in there, so it's always cool to go in and see if maybe they got anything new like that. Love, love, love this brand. It's called Collins Painting. I actually have a couple of their pictures. They make the coolest stuff. I don't know if they're a Christian brand, but they make a lot of things that have Bible verses. Either way, it's really cool. Another brand is Carla Story. She has a nice line of t-shirts and tank tops that are pretty fashionable, honestly. Going along with that, there's another brand called Live Love Game Day. I'm also not sure if they're a Christian brand, but they also have some really cute t-shirts that say, all I need is Jesus and football or something like that. I don't know. You'll have to go check it out. And if you're really into football and you also love Jesus, then you're gonna love their shirts, just like. The last brand that I want to talk about is Faithbox. This is a subscription box. I have not gotten one yet. The only reason why I've never bought one is because I personally think subscription boxes are kind of expensive and I don't really feel like paying monthly for something like that. But I just wanted to talk to you guys about that in this video because it is a really cool Christian brand and they come with really cool stuff. So if you're into that kind of thing, then definitely recommend that you go check them out. Next up is the really fun part. I'm going to talk to you guys about my favorite Instagrammers. Following a couple of Christian Instagrammers I have found has been extremely helpful for me. Sometimes they'll post things that really spoke to me, and it always feels really crazy whenever you're scrolling through and they post something about something that you were going through, and it's really cool and really helpful. I have to say, hands down, probably my favorite Instagrammer is Cambria Joy. Sometimes it's just like a random picture, but she'll type out this really long paragraph. It might be about a Bible verse or something she read or something she wanted to talk about, and there have been some times where I've been scrolling through my Instagram and what she wrote was exactly what I needed to see that day, and it was really encouraging. Following some really good Instagrammers who will help you with your walk of faith is definitely a really great tool. So let's talk about my favorite Instagrammers. So the first one is She Is Captivating. The other one is Alexia Trubies, She Lights Up, A Tad More Faith, Lysterkers, and Marah Frank. Moving right along, I want to tell you guys about a couple of my favorite movies. And this one is actually kind of hard because there aren't really that many really good Christian movies. Some of them are kind of cheesy and tacky, so I fully admit that. I'm not going to tell you it's not true because, yeah, it is. My first favorite one is Fireproof. This is a movie about a couple that's married and they're going through marriage problems. They were about to get divorced. I don't want to get into too much detail because it'll take too long. But basically the husband fights for their marriage and he starts praying every day and reaching out to God. I'm not gonna tell you how it ends. I think it's a really good example because our culture is very much, if a relationship isn't working, you should just end it or you should just divorce. This movie says the exact opposite. It says if it isn't, you should try your very hardest and you should fight for it and you should reach out to God. I really believe firmly in that, and I think that as a culture, if we did that a lot more, relationships would be a lot more successful. And there would be a lot less divorces and breakups. That's another topic for another day. There's a lot to that. Not everything that you read and watch has to be Christian, but it definitely really helps to balance it out so that you can have a good perspective based upon what the Bible says about different things that you're going to go through your life. So of course, before you click out of this video, make sure that you subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this video and enjoy all the other videos that I make. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and let me know if you would be interested in seeing other videos that have to do with being a Christian. I'd definitely be open to making more videos about this kind of thing because I really like to help other girls that watch YouTube videos. Alright guys, I'll see you next week for another video.